Hey, what's up? Wanted to do a video. I haven't done one in a long time as far as my pickups, and I wanted to do one today. I said I kept, I've been busy work and other things as well. But let me get into it. This is gonna be some pickups. It's gonna be a couple 360 games and mostly PS4, PS5. So let's get the Xbox games out the way. First game is SmackDown Raw 2007. Um, Heard a lot about this game, that the price has been increasing crazy. Wanted to pick it up. Got, Triple H on the cover. As you can see, other fighters as well: Batista, Rey Mysterio, John Cena, and I forgot her name, the girl. Sorry for that. But I wanted to pick this up. I love, I like wrestling games. But this is a throwback to the little wrestling games. As you can see, Undertaker and Mysterio in the back. I heard this was a really great game that was on the 360, and I heard the price was going to steadily increase. So I picked that up. I love my wrestling games. I'll pick them up whenever they're at a pretty good cheap price, and I'll pick them up. So I pick up this one, and this is SmackDown Raw 2007. Pick it up if you're into those fighting wrestling games. Next game. I picked this up when I went to GameStop, and I just went to a different GameStop that I normally don't go to, and I seen this game, and I was like, let me pick it up. It's pretty cheap, so I picked it up, and that game is Phineas and Ferb Quest for Cool Stuff. I think this was a cartoon that came out. I wanted to pick it up. Only thing is missing the book, the manual, if I'm not mistaken, which I kind of hate about that. It was a GameStop purchase. It was pretty cheap, so I was like, let me pick it up. Like a pretty cool game. Cool treasure awaits. Dick Drill Blast. Out of this world adventure with Phineas and Ferb, you collect fun stuff for the Museum of Cool. So build customize, upgrade, do it all transformation, explore ancient temples, underwater caverns, and the moon. Save a tri-state area as crime fighting agent P. Looks like a little cool little platformer that I wanted to check out. I looked at it, something told me to pick it up, and I wanted to pick it up, and I did. So that's Phineas and Ferb Quest for the Cool Stuff. I think they got more games of this, but I was able to pick that up. Another 360 game I picked up. This was when I went to GameStop. I picked up some 360 games, some PS4 games as well. But this is another 360 game I saw for the cheap. And it comes with everything, and that is Dead Island, original Dead Island. So this is Dead Island. As you know, Dead Island games, you're playing as this character, and you're playing as zombies and whatnot. So for every fight day, as if it were your last tropical island, Amano has been struck by a relentless zombie outbreak. So you gotta survive and progress through the island and try not to die. Tense, pulse-racing combat, explore beautiful open world, thrilling story-based four-player co-op. So that's pretty cool. The four-player co-op is a game you can pop in, play with your friends. That is Dead Island, the original. It's a very pretty popular series that that is pretty fun to play. Pop it in, beat up some zombies. As you can see in the actual footage from the game. Next game. This is a game I heard about. It's to my PS4 games now. This is a game I heard about, and I wanted to check it out. I know a little bit about it, but the game is Crawl. PS4 game. A new spin on dungeon crawling. Every trap and monster can be controlled by your real life buddies. Supports up to 4-player local multiplayer. Vicious single player AI challenges to master and secrets unlocked. Every battle is unique. It's I guess it's procedural generated and randomly generated. Over 60 unique playable monsters with a huge variety of weapons and spells and items. Turbocharged roll. Looks like a pretty cool game. That's a throwback to those like almost like Super Nintendo slash computer games. As you can see, it's a dungeon, and it's always generated, and like a pretty cool game that I wanted to pick up, and I picked it up. All right, check it out, Crawl for the PS4. Next game, next game. This game was cheap. I usually get these type games when they get cheap. And it went cheap pretty quick. And as soon as it went pretty cheap, I jumped on it. And that game is South Park Snow Day. I usually get the South Park games. I think the last one I got was on maybe Xbox. So South Park Snow Day. So the thing about it, you play as a new kid in South Park, enjoy Cartman, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny in a three-dimensional glory to celebrate most magical day in a young child's life, a snow day. Grab three friends in this four-player co-op. Battle your way through a snow-piled town of South Park on a quest to see the world and enjoy the day without school. So it's like a pretty cool game, like it's pretty good, cool graphics. I know it's gonna be that South Park uh, style, pretty wild jokes and whatnot, pretty cool. Glad I was able to pick this up. I seen it for a while and I was waiting for a good price and I was able to pick that up. So South Park Snow Day. All right, next game. This game I've been looking at for a while and it came around at a good price. It just looked it weird and I just wanted to try it out, and that is Lord Winklebottom Investigates. Pretty much in this game, everybody or everything is animals. So pretty much your mysterious invitation to an isolated land leads to a shocking death and a race against time to track down a killer. It's up you to uncover the vital clues to interview suspects and solve puzzles in a crack case. So you're pretty much a detective, I guess you would say, and you're trying to solve the murder, and it's dealing with animals. So you're dealing with all these animals, and I guess you're the detective. You're the Lord Winklebottom, who's the giraffe, and you're questioning all these animals. So it looked like a pretty cool, wild game, and I wanted to pick it up. So seemed like a pretty cool game. I think will definitely increase in price in the future. It's a one of those niche games, so I picked it up and I like, let me get that. All right. All right, next game. Next game is a game that I heard about. They only release overseas in Europe. And let's just look at it. And that is Everreach Project Aiden. So it's like those third person type games. As you can see here, it's pretty cool, pretty good graphics when it comes down to it. I wanted to try this game out. It's kind of like I don't know. It's like those third person type games. I don't know how you would compare it. Like it's similar to like those what is the name of that game? It kind of like Starfield somewhat. Those type games. If you're into those type games, those third person type games. Um, it's not in depth somewhat as Starfield, but it's similar to Starfield as far as the gameplay, and how it looks and whatnot. So, and it's from a group of developers overseas, as you can see. You play as, I guess, what's her name, Nora Hayward. I know a little bit about this game. I had looked it up and I seen how it looked, and I was like, let me get that. So I think the price of this game will steadily increase. It didn't bring it over here in America, but you can get it online. Um, buy the physical for this game. It's a game that wasn't brought over here, and it looked pretty good. So I was like, let me get that. And I'm a fan of those third person shooters, and glad I was able to get this. All right, the next game is a game. It came out on Switch, PS4, and PS5. I opted for the PS4 version like I always do. I played this on Xbox, beat it. I wanted to waited a while for the physical. They finally brought it physical, and that game is Sea of Stars. So this is a great game. I'm telling you. It reminds you, of those old Super Nintendo games. Very, very good. The same people that made The Messenger made this game. So if you know that game, I have that game as well. That game price is crazy for the physical. I have the PS4 version of that, The Messenger. It's reminiscent to the Ninja Gaiden type game. So Sea of Stars. This is a great game. Let's just read a little bit about it. Embark on a journey of the Pearl Wonder as the Solstice Warrior in turn-based RPG inspired by the classics. So, Sea of Stars tells the story of two children, Solstice, who combine powers sun and moon to form eclipse magic, the only force capable of fighting off the monstrous creations of evil alchemists known as the Fleshmancers. So, as it says, you're playing as these two characters. These two characters are born on each solstice, so they have their own power, like lunar magic, one of them, and solar, the other one. So you playing as these characters, and as it said, you're trying to fight these flesh mancer uh, characters and whatnot. I don't want to ruin the story, but it's a pretty cool game. You play as these characters. They have also a friend who joins them as well, who's a pretty quirky type character. He's more into the story as you go on. It's a pretty cool game, man. It's reminiscent of the old Super Nintendo style game. It's very in depth as far as this game. Um, I'm telling you, if you love the Super Nintendo, you love RPGs, um, you love like those old RPG style Super Nintendo games, far as the top games like the old Final Fantasy, the I can't even think of the name of the game, the expensive game for the SNES. They say is the best game ever. My I'm drawing a blank currently, but um, dang it almost came to me, man. But if you like those style games, you'll definitely love this game. I give this game, shoot, man, I give it a 10 out of 10. Um, 10 out of 10. You gotta get this game, whatever system you play it on. Pick up this game. You won't be disappointed. It's reminiscent. What's the name of that game? Oh yeah, Chrono Trigger. Some people kind of put it into that play. That's big shoes to fill when it comes to Chrono Trigger. But if you like that type of game, Chrono Trigger, it's reminiscent of that. I definitely say pick it up just because it's a great game, and also I definitely will be one to pick up in the future. They also have a different cover one. I didn't know about it. I might have would have got it, but I like this cover better than compared to that one. They have a I am 8-bit version as well. They still got it available. You can check that out. Also, they have a Japanese version that's a little bit different too as well. So I wanted a PS4 version, and I seen this one and I picked it up. So that's what I wanted. Maybe in the future, if I ever see a cheap price, I may get the I am 8-bit one for the Switch or something like that, something that's different. But pick this up. Sea of Stars, great game. All right. The next game, let's kind of stay in the RPG category. This is a game that pretty much that I've been waiting on for a while. Um, and I was able to get it when it came out. So this is a great game. I can't wait till I get a chance to get it. I got so many games. I mean, not get it, but play it. This is Yulin Chronicles 100 Heroes. So this is a new game from the creators of Sudoku, Suikoden, Sudoku. however you pronounce it. Some people pronounce it different ways, but I heard this is a very great game that people will able to crowdfund and bring this game to fruition. So in this game, you get to play as these characters and you get to recruit people. And I heard it's over like 100 or something. You see all the people, just like the Sudoku games. You get to recruit so many people, and they'll be a part of your team. And Uden Chronicle 100 Heroes is a modern day take on the JRPG experience. Join us in an unforgettable journey through the world of Alaron. Get ready to lead 100 playable characters through a war-torn world only you can save. So, as you've seen there, it's over 100 characters that you can play with. Um, Great looking game. Can't wait to get into it. Had to pick this one up. Um, you won't be disappointed with this from a lot of people I've heard. It's a pretty cool and great game, so pick that up. Um, that is Uden Chronicle 100 Heroes. All right. Next game, next game. This is a game that I know a little bit about it, but I've seen a lot of people was picking it up, and I wanted to try it out. It was at a pretty good price. That game is Talos Two, Talos Principle Two, the Talos Principle Two, and this is the deluxe edition of that game. It comes with a book, if I'm not mistaken, art book. So this game, let's read about it because I'm forgetting. I got so many games that I gotta go over. It's ridiculous. Born into a world where the biological humanity is extinct, but human culture lives on in the city of robots. Oh wow, that's pretty chilling to hear. You find yourself swept up in a mind-bending adventure involving a mysterious megastructure hidden enormous powers. There are more you discover, the more you will be confronted with questions about the nature of the cosmos and the purpose of civilization, the broken promises of a better tomorrow, the fear of humankind, mistakes, faith in reason, renouncing humanity altogether. Choices you make and the sides you will take will determine the course of events. Wow, it's pretty cool. Pretty wild though, saying humanity is extinct and nothing but robots exist, which is kind of like, almost like Terminator, I guess you would say. Um, it's pretty much as it said. You got the 112 books showing the concept art and whatnot. Uh, it's made by a Croatian team, which is pretty cool, and Devolver as well. So I'm glad I was able to pick that up. It was a great price for that. So it wasn't too bad. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna show some more games. Might as well. Hold on. All right. So I grabbed some more. So it's a stack of some games. I think some GameStop games. I think majority is GameStop slash Amazon, but majority GameStop. These are some PS4 games I haven't showed off. I've been meaning to, just been busy. So let's go through it. So the next game is, all right, Resident Evil 5 includes the Lost and Nightmares, Desperate Escape, for new costume, Mercenaries United versus extra figures, and No Mercy mode. So this is Resident Evil 5 with a little bit of extra content. As you can see here, all the DLC. So I'm glad I was able to get this. This was at GameStop, so you don't have to face fear alone. Join forces with friends as you control Chris Redfield or Shiva Alamar and fight fear together. So when in Resident Evil, pretty much what you're getting with that. So as you can see, this comes with a lot of it says all the DLC. So you're getting the DLC, you're getting the costumes, and all 18 characters join the battle in Mercenaries Unite, Hordes of enemies and versus, and No Mercy mode. So you get all these modes, you get the DLC, which is cool. Glad I was able to get this. Um, love the Resident Evil games. Glad to add this to the collection, and got it for the cheap. So pretty cool that I was able to pick this up. I don't know if I have this already. I think I just had the disc, but I was able to get the the everything. I was able to get the content as far as the cover and everything. So glad I was able to get another copy of that for the cheap. All right. This kind of sold me on the cover. I think I've seen a little bit of video about it, and I heard this has been sought after somewhat. And that game is Ever Forward. So glad I was able to get this game. The cover just pulled me in to pick it up. This is a story of Maya. Basic mechanics range from movement and jump and teleportation and gravity control. The player must use stealth and observational skills to navigate each puzzle. So as you playing as Maya, so it's like a puzzle style game that you're playing as her, and you're challenged in this like colorful world to solve these puzzles and whatnot. So I always seen it. I got this for a pretty good price, and I was glad to pick it up. Saying my phone is overheating, so it may shut off. So let me try to go through some much games that I can. This is my other phone, so I just use this for video and whatnot. So let me keep going. All right, next game is another Resident Evil game. That game is Resident Evil Revelations. So I was glad I was able to get this for the PS4. Um, um, Resident Evil, what you doing? You're playing against zombies and whatnot, and going through. So trapped in an abandoned cruise ship, Jill Valentine is wrapped up in an evil plot to unleash a deadly Tebus virus upon the world. So as you know, Resident Evil shooting and killing zombies and whatnot, as it said, is taking place on a boat. So glad I was able to get this. I don't think I had this one. It's Resident Evil 4, so I was glad I was able to get that. All right, next game, next game. This is a game. I think I got it on a Switch. Oh yeah, I got it on a Switch, and I seen it for the PS4, and I wanted to pick it up. And that game is the Silver Case. 99 kill pass. I think this is an older game that they brought back out, but it's like a visual, I think a novel type game, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. So, Silver Case 1999 to 24. So a string of mysterious serial killings that plagues the city. Detectives of the 24 Heinous Crimes Unit have their eyes on